Hello there, and welcome back to Lifewell Seniors. I am William Johnson, and I am so glad you're here. Before we dive in today, let me ask you something simple. Where are you watching this from right now? Is it your living room, the kitchen table, maybe out on your front porch with the morning sun? Take a second, drop a quick comment below, and tell me. I love hearing where our community is tuning in from. Now, let me ask you something a little more personal. Have you ever stood up from your chair and felt like your legs just were not ready? Or maybe you went to carry something light like a grocery bag or a jug of milk, and your hands felt shaky or tired. You might have brushed it off, said to yourself, "I'm just getting older." But what if I told you this is not just aging? It could be a real medical condition called sarcopenia, and it affects nearly every adult over the age of 60. Sarcopenia is the gradual loss of muscle as we get older. It is silent, it is sneaky, and for many people, it starts years before they even notice. That little bit of weakness. That moment when climbing stairs feels just a bit harder than last month. That is your body trying to tell you something. Now, here is the good news. Today, we are not just going to talk about the problem. We are going to talk about solutions. Real, simple, practical changes you can start today. In this video, you are going to learn what sarcopenia really is, how to recognize the early signs of muscle loss, and most importantly, how to prevent it and stay strong well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. We are also going to cover 5 science-backed strategies, including nutrition movement and lifestyle tips to help you keep your strength, independence, and confidence. So if you have been feeling a little off lately, or if you just want to stay ahead of the curve, this video is for you. Stick with me until the end, because in the last section, I am going to share a story that proves it is never too late to turn things around. It is inspiring, it is real, and it just might be the reminder you need today. Now, if any part of this already sounds familiar to you, go ahead and hit that like button so we know this is something worth diving deeper into in future videos. And if you have not subscribed yet, now is the perfect time. We share new insights every week to help you live well, stay active, and age with purpose. All right, let's begin by understanding exactly what sarcopenia is and why so many older adults do not even know they have it. Let us take a closer look at this word that you may not have heard before: sarcopenia. It might sound like something complicated or rare, but the truth is it affects just about every adult over the age of 60, and many of us do not even realize it. So what is it? Sarcopenia is the medical term for age-related muscle loss. It is when your body slowly starts to lose muscle mass, strength, and function simply because of time. This is not a disease you catch. It is a natural process that begins as early as your 30s, but becomes more noticeable after age 60. According to researchers at the National Institutes of Health, you could lose 3 to 8% of your muscle mass every decade after the age of 30. And by the time you are 80, you may have lost up to half of the muscle you had in your youth. Half. Now let that sink in. Think back to your 40s, your 50s. You were probably stronger, quicker on your feet, more stable. You may not have felt like a bodybuilder, but you could lift a bag of groceries without thinking. You could bend down, reach high, or carry your grandchild without effort. And now, maybe you hesitate before getting up. Maybe your legs feel like jelly after just a short walk. Maybe your grip feels weak when you open a jar. That is not just getting older, that is sarcopenia showing up. And here is the most important thing to understand. Sarcopenia does not only affect muscles. When you lose muscle, you also lose balance, bone strength, reaction time, independence. This is why sarcopenia is one of the leading causes of falls in older adults. And sadly, falls often lead to hospitalization, surgery, and long recovery times, which only make the muscle loss worse. It becomes a dangerous cycle. Lose muscle, fall, stay inactive, lose more muscle. But let me be clear, this is not inevitable. Sarcopenia may be common, but that does not mean it is unstoppable. You see, muscles are living tissue. They respond to what you give them. They grow when challenged. They rebuild when nourished, even at 70, even at 80, even at 90. Now, before we go further, I want to ask you something. Have you noticed changes in your strength or balance over the past few years? Maybe you stopped walking as far. Maybe you avoid stairs. Or maybe you just do not feel as sure on your feet as you used to. If that sounds like you, or even a little, take a moment and type yes in the comments. Or if you are still feeling strong, type still strong, so we can celebrate that too. Because whether you are just starting to notice the signs of sarcopenia, or you are already feeling the effects, there are things you can do, and that is exactly what we are going to talk about in the next part of this video. We will look at the 6 most common causes of muscle loss after 60, and how understanding them can give you the power to protect your strength for the years ahead. So take a breath and stay with me. This is just getting good. Why muscle loss happens. What changes after 60? So now we know what sarcopenia is. But the next question is, why? Why do we lose muscle as we age? And more importantly, what can we do about it? Let us walk through the 6 most common reasons that sarcopenia shows up in adults over 60. Number 1, hormonal decline. As we get older, our body naturally produces fewer key hormones. We are talking about testosterone, estrogen, and growth hormone. These are the hormones that help us build and repair muscle. Testosterone, for example, boosts protein synthesis, which is how your muscles rebuild after daily movement. Growth hormone helps with tissue repair energy and even your ability to bounce back after injury. But after 60, these hormones begin to slow down. Muscle recovery gets harder, and new muscle, that becomes rare unless you actively support it. So yes, hormones matter. Number 2, reduced physical activity. This is a big one. Many older adults move less not out of laziness, but out of pain, fear, or simple habit. Maybe you had a fall, maybe your knees or hips ache, or maybe you just feel tired more often, so the body adapts. It gives you exactly what you ask for. Less strength because you stopped using it. Remember, muscles are like savings accounts. If you stop depositing movement, the balance drops. Sitting too long day after day tells your body, I do not need these muscles anymore, and slowly they fade. Number 3, poor nutrition. Muscle is built from protein, but also from micronutrients like vitamin D, calcium, and omega-3s. Here is the problem. As we age, many people begin eating less, and even when they eat, the body has a harder time absorbing nutrients. Protein intake drops. Vitamin D runs low, and without the raw materials, your muscles cannot repair or grow. You could be eating every day, but still starving your muscles. That is why nutrition is not just about eating enough, but about eating the right foods consistently. Number 4, chronic inflammation. Low-grade long-term inflammation is more common than most people think. It often comes from things like arthritis, diabetes, poor sleep, or even hidden infections. This kind of inflammation doesn't make a lot of noise, but it quietly breaks down your body's ability to regenerate muscle. It also makes your body focus more on defense mode than rebuilding mode. And when that happens, muscle loss speeds up. Number 5, poor sleep and high stress. Your body heals when you sleep. That includes your muscles. But if you are waking up several times a night or going to bed with racing thoughts, your muscles never get the chance to fully recover. Add to that chronic stress, which increases the hormone cortisol, and now your body is actually breaking muscle down, not building it. Think of sleep and calm as the rest mode your body needs to restore strength. Number 6, medication side effects. Many older adults take medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, or other conditions. But did you know that some of these medications can cause muscle weakness? Statins, for example, may cause muscle pain or damage in some people. Corticosteroids, often used for inflammation, can also contribute to muscle breakdown over time. Now, that does not mean you should stop taking your medications, but it does mean you should talk to your doctor if you are noticing strength loss. Sometimes adjusting the dose or switching medications can make a world of difference. Let us pause here. Have any of these 6 reasons connected with your experience? Maybe one, maybe all. If so, you are not alone. Drop a comment below and type the number that fits you best. Just right. 1 for hormones, 2 for movement, 3 for nutrition, and so on. This helps us understand what our community is going through, and it helps us create more videos that meet you where you are. Up next, we're going to talk about something important. How can you tell if you are actually losing muscle? What are the real simple signs of sarcopenia in your daily life? Let us take a look. How to know if you have sarcopenia. So now we know why muscle loss happens, but how can you tell if it is happening to you? Most people do not realize they are losing muscle until something serious happens. A fall, an injury, or just waking up one day and realizing I do not feel as strong as I used to. But here is the good news. There are early signs, simple, everyday signals that your body might be sending you. And the sooner you recognize them, the sooner you can take action to slow down or reverse sarcopenia. Let us walk through some of the most common signs to watch for. Sign number 1. Trouble standing up from a chair. This is a big one. If it takes effort rocking or even using your hands to stand up from a soft chair, that is a classic early sign of lower body muscle loss. Your legs are not pushing like they used to, and that weakness can affect your ability to walk, climb stairs, and keep your balance. Sign number 2. Slower walking speed. Have you noticed you are walking slower than before? Maybe people are passing you on the sidewalk, or you find yourself hesitating before crossing the street. Walking speed is one of the strongest indicators of overall health, and when your muscles weaken, your pace naturally slows down. This is not just about convenience. It is a real measurable clue that sarcopenia may be setting in. Sign number 3. Loss of grip strength. Try this right now. Pick up a jar from the pantry or a water bottle. Does it feel heavier than it should? Weak grip. Strength is often the first sign of upper body muscle loss. If you struggle to open jars, hold grocery bags, or even turn doorknobs, it is worth paying attention. This could be more than just arthritis or stiffness. It could be sarcopenia in action. Sign number 4. Unexplained weight loss. Losing a few pounds without trying might sound like a good thing, but if it is muscle weight, it is not. Muscle is dense and heavy. If your weight is dropping, but your eating habits have not changed, you might be losing muscle mass, not fat. This kind of weight loss can make you feel more tired, more frail, and less steady. Sign number 5. Fatigue or feeling winded easily. Do you feel tired after doing light chores? Does a short walk leave you out of breath when your muscles get smaller and weaker? Your body has to work harder to do the same tasks. Even small efforts can feel like a big deal. That is not just aging. That is muscle loss limiting your energy reserves. 2 at-home tests you can try today. If you are not sure whether these signs apply to you, here are 2 quick self-checks you can do at home. 1. The chair stand test. Sit in a sturdy chair with your arms crossed over your chest. Set a timer for 30 seconds. Then see how many times you can stand up and sit down without using your hands. If you can do 12 or more, you are in good shape. Fewer than 8 could be a sign of sarcopenia. 2. The hand grip test. If you have a hand dynamometer, you can test your grip strength. But even without it, pay attention to how strong your hands feel when you shake someone's hand. If it feels weak or uncomfortable, that is a clue. Now, I want to ask you something. Have you experienced any of these signs lately? Even just one? If so, type, "I noticed one" in the comments. Or, if you tried one of the tests, type, "I did the test" and tell me your number. It is not a competition, it is a conversation. because awareness is power. When you know the signs, you are already one step closer to taking control of your strength again. In the next part of this video, we are going to shift from symptoms to solutions. I will show you 5 science-backed ways to prevent or reverse sarcopenia after 60. No gym memberships required. Let us keep going. 5 ways to prevent or reverse muscle loss after 60. You have made it this far, and that tells me something. You care about your health, your strength, and your independence. So now let us get to the good part. What can you actually do to stop or even reverse muscle loss after 60? The answer is not in a pill. It is in your daily habits. Here are 5 proven strategies to help you build back muscle, boost your energy, and feel strong again, no matter your age. Number 1, eat enough protein every day. This is the foundation. Muscles are made of protein. If you do not get enough, your body has nothing to rebuild with. But here's what surprises many people. Older adults actually need more protein than younger adults. Why? Because our bodies do not process it as efficiently. Experts recommend at least 60 to 80 grams of protein per day for adults over 60. That is roughly 2 eggs in the morning, a piece of chicken or turkey at lunch, Greek yogurt or cottage cheese for a snack, a serving of beans or salmon for dinner. Try to include some protein at every meal, not just once a day. Your body absorbs it better that way. Also, if you do not like meat, do not worry. Eggs, legumes, tofu, and dairy are excellent options too. Interaction prompt. Are you getting enough protein? Type yes or need to work on it in the comments. Number 2, do light resistance training. You do not need to lift heavy weights. You do not need to join a gym. But your muscles need a little challenge to stay strong. That is where resistance training comes in. This could be standing up and sitting down from a chair, using resistance bands, gentle bodyweight squats, wall push-ups, water bottle curls. Just 15 to 20 minutes, 3 to 5 days a week can make a huge difference. Start slow. Start seated if needed. But start. Muscle is one of the most responsive tissues in the human body. Even at age 70, 80, or beyond, your muscles can grow with the right stimulus. Interaction prompt. What is one movement you enjoy doing? Comment below. We might include it in a future video. Number 3, boost your vitamin D and omega-3 levels. You have probably heard of vitamin D. It is vital for bone strength and muscle coordination. But what many people do not know is that low vitamin D is strongly linked to sarcopenia. Omega-3 fatty acids found in fatty fish like salmon or mackerel help reduce inflammation and enhance muscle protein synthesis. Here is what you can do. Get 15 minutes of sunlight early in the morning before 10 a.m. Eat 2 servings of fatty fish per week. Consider a vitamin D supplement. Ask your doctor for dosage. Also, eggs and fortified milk are great sources too. Interaction prompt. Are you getting your sunshine? Type sunshine if you try to get outside daily. Number 4, improve sleep and lower stress. You might not think about sleep when it comes to muscles, but your body repairs and builds tissue while you sleep. Without enough deep, restful sleep, your muscles do not have time to recover. And chronic stress. It raises cortisol levels, a hormone that breaks down muscle and promotes inflammation. Here are a few healthy habits. Keep a regular sleep routine. Avoid screens 1 hour before bed. Listen to soft music or guided meditation. Practice deep breathing for 5 minutes before sleep. Even just 1 more hour of good sleep per night can help your muscles recharge. Interaction prompt. Tell me what helps you relax at night. Share your routine in the comments. Number 5, stay consistently active in daily life. This is not about exercise. This is about staying engaged with your body. Little movements repeated daily. Keep muscles working. Walk around the block after lunch. Tend your garden. Sweep the porch. Play with your grandchildren. Carry groceries instead of using a cart. These micro movements throughout the day are just as valuable as a workout. The key move: more, sit less. Even if it is just 5 minutes every hour, because motion is lotion. It keeps everything from your joints to your mind feeling fresh and alive. Interaction prompt: what is your favorite daily movement? Share it below. We love learning from you. Let us take a quick breath here. You just learned 5 powerful strategies to fight back against sarcopenia. Eat more protein. Do light resistance training. Support your body with vitamin D and omega-3s. Sleep well and manage stress. Stay active in small ways every single day. Even starting with just one of these habits can begin to shift things. You do not need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. If you are still watching this, first of all, let me say thank you. You have taken a big step, not just by listening, but by choosing to care about your strength, your health, and your future. That matters. Let us take a moment to recap what we have learned today. Sarcopenia is not just a fancy medical term. It is the quiet, gradual muscle loss that affects nearly every older adult. It starts slow, but it can have big consequences: falls, weakness, and a loss of independence. The good news: it is not too late to stop it, and it is never too late to reverse it. You learned how hormonal changes, inactivity, poor nutrition, inflammation, stress, and certain medications can all make sarcopenia worse. But more importantly, you now have the tools to fight back. Let us review the 5 simple, powerful steps you can start today. Eat enough protein every day at every meal. Move your body gently but regularly, even just with a chair or resistance band. Support your body with vitamin D and omega-3s. Sleep deeply, manage stress, and allow your body to restore itself. Stay active in everyday life: gardening, walking, stretching, living. And above all, stay consistent, because strength does not come from one perfect day. It comes from 100 small choices done with care. Every glass of water, every meal you prepare, every time you get up and move, they all count. If you take nothing else from this video, let it be this: you are not too old, you are not too late, and you are not alone. You can rebuild your strength, you can stay independent, you can enjoy the years ahead with purpose and vitality. Now I would love to hear from you. What is one step you are going to take this week to protect your strength? Is it adding more protein, doing chair stands, spending time in the sun? Drop it in the comments. Your decision might inspire someone else in this community. And if this video helped you in any way, please hit that like button, subscribe to Lifewell Seniors, and turn on notifications so you never miss one of our weekly health-boosting videos. We are here for you. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Until next time, stay well, stay strong, and remember, aging is not a decline, it is a transition, and you are allowed to thrive through it.